In 2001, every C&A store in Britain closed, all 109 of them, 4,800 jobs lost. 80 years of history ended, but across Europe, C&A is still thriving. Over 1,300 stores across the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, and beyond. Britain did not just lose a shop, it lost a ritual. A place that shaped Saturday afternoons, childhood memories, and family routines. Picture this: a Saturday afternoon in the 1990s in Britain. You walk into C&A with your mum. Bright lights, the smell of new clothes, racks of affordable fashion stretching as far as you can see. C&A started in 1841 in the Netherlands, but what made it extraordinary was how quickly it grew. In the 19th century, clothing was still a luxury, expensive, out of reach for ordinary families. Clemens and August Brenninkmeier had a radical idea: quality clothing that ordinary families could afford, no luxury, no hype, just value. They opened small shops in villages and towns, often in places where people had never seen a proper textile store. It didn't take long for the idea to catch on. By the late 1800s and the early 1900s, C&A had expanded into Germany and Belgium. They opened stores larger than most competitors. Fixed collections, clear price tags, layouts anyone could navigate. While other stores were chaotic or focused on luxury, C&A offered predictability and reliability. People knew exactly where to go for shirts, trousers, or dresses. That approach spread across Europe, and the Brenninkmeier family became one of the continent's most powerful retail dynasties. In 1922, they crossed the Channel. The first British C&A store opened on Oxford Street in London, and it was an instant success. Post-war Britain was rebuilding. Families needed affordable clothes. C&A delivered exactly that. School uniforms, work clothes, weekend wear. By the 1990s, the chain had 109 stores, from Aberdeen to Plymouth, Manchester to Brighton. If you grew up in Britain between 1950 and 2000, you likely owned something from C&A. C&A wasn't flashy, it wasn't trendy, it was dependable, it was affordable. Every September, parents followed the same routine. New school year, growing children, uniforms needed. C&A had everything: white shirts, grey trousers, navy jumpers, all clearly labeled, all reasonably priced. You could kit out 3 children without breaking the bank. Workwear was just as important. Your first office job, your first interview, your first proper suit. C&A made professional clothing accessible, nothing designer, nothing flashy, just clothes that worked. Women's clothing offered basics that fit, lasted, and could be mixed and matched. Clockhouse for younger shoppers, Jessica for something smarter. It wasn't cutting-edge fashion, but it worked, it lasted, and it was affordable. More than anything, C&A offered predictability. You knew where everything was, you knew what you would find, and that reliability was comforting. For millions of families, it was a ritual, a weekly event. But by the late 1990s, the British high street began to change faster than C&A could adapt. Fast fashion arrived, and with it came new competitors that redefined shopping. Primark exploded onto the scene. Ultra-cheap clothing at scale, £3 t-shirts, £10 jeans, mass volume, thin margins, disposable fashion. Then came H&M, trend, laid designs, new collections every week. Zara followed, producing runway-inspired clothing with a 2-week production cycle. Suddenly, C&A's greatest strength, predictability, consistency, and durability, became its weakness. Stores that had felt familiar and comfortable now felt old and outdated. Layouts hadn't changed in decades. Fixtures were tired. Lighting was harsh. Next to Zara or H&M, C&A looked like it belonged to another era. Because it did, price became another problem. C&A couldn't match Primark without destroying quality, and it couldn't maintain quality while matching Primark's prices. The chain was stuck in the middle. By 1999, foot traffic was falling. Sales were declining. Once busy stores felt quiet. Yet, globally, C&A wasn't collapsing. It was failing only in Britain. Across Europe, the story was different. Shoppers in Germany, the Netherlands, and Belgium remained loyal. They valued quality, stability, and the ritual of visiting C&A stores. Stores continued to expand and thrive. In Britain, it was different. Marks and Spencer, Next, Debenhams, BHS, Matalan, Primark, H&M, Zara, Gap. The high street was crowded, retail rents were high, margins were thin, any drop in sales became dangerous. British shoppers abandoned old favourites faster than C&A could react. The Brenninkmeijer family treated the UK as a test market. When losses mounted, they didn't fight the market, they exited it. To survive in Britain, C&A would have needed to rebuild every store, slash prices, accelerate production, and invest hundreds of millions with no guarantee of success. Europe was profitable, Britain was not. In June 2000, the decision was announced. All UK stores would close. Thousands of jobs were lost. Decades of history were erased. By 2001, C&A disappeared from Britain completely. Today, many former C&A buildings are now Primarks. The irony is impossible to miss. Across Europe, C&A still dresses families. In Britain, only the memories remain. C&A did not fail. C&A Britain failed. If you remember shopping at C&A, you are not alone. For many people, it was part of growing up. It was a familiar place on the high street. It was a weekly routine. It was a memory tied to family and to time. For younger generations, C&A may sound like a brand from another world. But for decades, it dressed everyday life. These were not just shops, they were moments. And once they were gone, they never came back. If this video brought back memories, leave a comment sharing your story. What did you buy at C&A? When was the last time you went? I make videos like this every week, exploring British brands, shops, and high street moments that are lost today. If you want to see more, subscribe now. Thanks for watching and for remembering.